Hey, this is John Crowley. Just got back from a 2-day adventure ride over in eastern Nevada with our 2022 Can-Am. So we got our 2022 less than a month ago. Taken on a couple different rides stock, and a couple weeks ago we started the customization project on this thing, and pretty happy with how it's turned out so far. We're not done, but it is pretty close. Let me go over what we've done with this vehicle so far on the build. The first thing we did was install rugged radios, radio and intercom, and also their helmet blower. We've got that just set up for the front 2 seats. Next, after that, we did TMW cage, doors, front bumper, their gusset kit, door bags, and also their rear cargo storage. After that, we took the Wolf Designs and got a fresh new wrap put on it. This looks awesome. This is a blue white from the factory, so we wanted to stay with that color theme, and it turned out great. We've even got wrap up on the roof. Finish it off nice. Next up, we put PRP seats in, all 4. These are the GT3, and the front 2 also have heated elements, and we did that sort of operated with Switch Pros. We've got driver and co-driver heated seats. That's awesome for those cool desert mornings out on the trail. We've also used in our Switch Pros to do our lights, whip light, dome light. I've got 2 more spots here for other stuff. Then we took it up to Alpine Designs up in Placerville, and they installed HCR suspension on it with kryptonite ball joints, top and bottom here. And also in the back, we've got ZRP dog bones on here. And these are really cool because they keep the they have a misalignment built in, and they keep this spacing proper on all 3 of the radius links, so it's extra support there. And then we also put sway bar links on from Kryptonite. We also added a few things from Shock Therapy when I was down in Phoenix. We've got their limit strap kit on the front shocks only. So that eliminates the clunk when you drop the suspension all the way out. Got their dual rate spring kit on here. And then we've also got, if you can see down in there, their tie rod kit with the bump steer delete kit on it. And that adjusts the distance between here to minimize the amount of bump steer you have. So we had factory UTV put their skid plate and rock sliders on here. We didn't do any rock crawling on this trip, but we will over the next couple months go to Utah, Moab, and Sand Hollow, and this UHMW protection will come in handy. We added Assault Industries side mirrors on here. These are adjustable, cage mount, come with different size clamps if you have something other than these are 1 3/4 inch tubing. We've got our Mob Armor iPad mini holder on here. We just switch this from car to car. We use Gaia GPS app on our iPad, and then Mob Armor holder for the dual GPS receiver, and that's about it. So a bunch of quick updates to the car just to customize it, make our own. One last thing, we did set it up with whip flags from Buggy Whips. and she's good to go. We've got a few more things to add to it. Assault Industries lift up tire carrier back here. We'll add another mirror in, and a Assault Industries steering wheel with a mount for our switch bros. It'll mount right in here, so that's kind of a cool spot for that. And then we'll be hitting the trails again. Next up will be Moab in a couple weeks. For this trip, all desert, high speed type stuff, we went with a 33-inch tire. This is a RT 320 from System 3 Off-Road. It's got a great profile for desert riding, and they're mounted on a Hitman beadlock from Metal FX. So everything on the car worked fantastic. Only had two issues. One was this whip flag came in contact with a pretty solid branch, and that got whacked. They're up pretty high up on top, but I wanted to run these. These are amber, and it helps other cars see you from behind in the dust. So I wanted to run them. They're not just for show. It's a kind of a safety thing too, giving you a little bit of rear visibility. The other problem we had, which was kind of a bummer, is, as I mentioned before, we run Gaia GPS on this, and I absolutely love it. Had it all set up and dialed in. This iPad mini does not have cellular, so I depend on the GPS signal coming from the XGPS dual receiver, and for some reason this would not connect up. It would connect to the iPad via Bluetooth, but when you go into the app for this, it didn't show connected. So our iPad mini did not know where it was. So that was kind of a bummer. As a backup, I had to use my phone, but it's kind of hard when you're driving to pull your phone up every once in a while to make sure you're on course. A few things I really did like. This is a smart Shox car. So we've got different modes here that you can adjust to. Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. So a lot of times in the washes, you've got the chatter bumps in there. I put it in comfort mode, and that helps smooth that kind of stuff out. Then there were some really fast, curvy rally car type cornering trails we were on, and I would put it in Sport or Sport Plus, help this thing stay even flatter, less body roll. And that really was nice for those high-speed sections where you're leaning a lot through the turns. The other thing I really liked, this 2022 is set up with the new P-Drive clutch, and it just works awesome. It's got a healthy little growl to it, but I would say it's almost quieter than the past clutch. And the other thing is it engages super fast. It just like instant power. So really fun to drive. It also has a belt temp that shows up here. The highest we saw was, I think, 131. I'm still learning about what that number actually means, but we never smelled belt, no slipping, no nothing, and it's nice just to be able to monitor the belt temp, just so you know what behavior is affecting things. I got this thing up to 91 miles an hour, and actually a stretch of probably about 5 miles where we were going 85 plus, and again, the highest temperature I saw was 131. So pretty impressive. Car works awesome. It's a big car, but in the desert, it really doesn't feel like you're in that big of a car. We might set this thing up where we take the rear seat or seats out at some point for adventure rides where we can stash some stuff in here. but as it sits, these seats are very comfortable. We were using the factory Can-Am harnesses in here, and those allow you to move a little bit, but you still have a 4-point harness. Door bags from TMW are nice just to be able to stash stuff in here, snacks, sunglasses, hat, that kind of stuff, extra waters. But overall, everything went great. Big thanks to everybody that helped put this car together in quick order. And we had, like I said, 0 issues that really affected the ride. So really awesome time out exploring Nevada. And until next time in Moab.